पहन के तैयार तेरी से लोड़ा देख लिया तूने, बात सेट करने में तो एक नंबर। चलो जी, राइडिंग ए ड्यूक नहीं, राइडिंग ए बुलेट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम। बन गया यूट्यूबर है यार तू, बहन से धलके में ले रहा है।
Okay, so right off the bat, my first impression of this bike is Fortnite wasn't lying when he said
their best seller, the Classic, has a throttle that operates like a suggestion box. Twist your wrist, the bike will think about going faster.
And you may have heard that displacement doesn't define the power of a bike or how fast a bike can go, and this bike is a perfect example of that. Because this bike has got 346 cubic centimeters of displacement, but it still isn't near as fast as my Duke is, which has got only a 248 cubic centimeter displacement. The throttle is obviously sloppy and you have to turn your wrist all the way down to go full throttle. But I guess that is fine because the people who are buying these things are not going to go fast anyways. So yeah, that's that. And as a matter of fact, you cannot use the clutch using two fingers while using the other two to grab the handlebar, because the actual range of motion of that clutch is so small that your other two fingers are going to block it before you can squeeze the clutch completely, or even to a point where you can shift the gears. So on a bike like this one, I would probably go clutchless rather than using this mess of a clutch. The vibrations on this handlebar are ridiculous. Even with all that power and weight, I don't know. And while I was riding this bike, it's not like I didn't try to go fast. I did try to go fast. I did go full throttle even after all the work that it required, but this bike just cannot do over 100, 110. I think that's the limit of this 350cc engine. And while I was trying to go fast on this, I did try to lean it as well, and that wasn't a good thing to do. I would never ever recommend you doing that. If you are riding a Royal Enfield, do not try to lean it. It is too dangerous because the weight distribution is not proper. The foot peg position is not meant to, I don't know, just don't lean this bike. So everyone says that Royal Enfield is a comfortable bike. The Classic 350 is really comfortable and you can do like, I don't know, 2000 kilometers a day. And I don't think that's the case here, because I feel like the sitting posture on this bike is more aggressive than the stock position of a Duke 250, like the position on a Duke 250 with a stock handlebar. So there you have it. And the real thing why this bike sells so much in India is because of the hype. The Royal Enfields are so hyped for some reason. Maybe some people think that the Royal Enfield is an Indian company, Indian manufacturer, which they are not, in case you're wondering. Or maybe the hype is because they have always been around. If you ask an old guy like who doesn't know anything about bikes, he'll know Royal Enfield and he'll say it is the best bike for some reason, of course. So if you're thinking of buying a new bike and you're looking forward to buy a Royal Enfield just for the fact that it is a Royal Enfield, man, you need to clear your conscience. So somewhere I read a thing which I considered to be funny at the moment while I was reading it. The thing was, behind all the teen Royal Enfield owners, there's a father who said no for a KTM. So while I was reading it, I considered it to be just a joke, a funny thing to be laughed at, and then just forgot it. But now while I'm actually riding this bike, man, I think that really is the case. I think the riding experience is particularly off for me because I was expecting too much, man. Like, people talk of this bike so highly that I got my expectations up so high in the sky, man. So it is the first time I'm riding a Classic 350 Royal Enfield, which is a really huge deal, considering the fact that me and this Royal Enfield have been living under the same roof for over a year now. So as a measure, this is how much I hate not being on my own bike. Also, if you are wondering why there are no cinematic shots not before or after the ride, that is because my hands were too shaky after I got off this bike. So anyways, this was all my personal opinion. In the end, it always depends on what you are looking for in a bike and your personal likings. For some, this bike can serve really great, and for others, no matter how much they ride it, they're still gonna hate it. So yeah, this was a short review kind of thing from a Duke owner who have never ridden a classic 350. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.